today on Indie Attack, we are playing Dynetzzle. This is a game that you can buy for $1 on its own website. But there's also a free version, and that's the one we have the link to here. Well, we have links to both of them, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That is the first 10 levels of the game.
Yes.
This game is amazing because this is an original puzzle game. Those are pretty hard to find, especially on a small scale like this.
Yes. I'm deferring to Woody again here because I'm not great at mathy games and puzzly games. Although I do like puzzly games, but this is a mathy puzzly game, and it was hard.
So the concept for this game relies on dice and cubes, because a dice is a cube. A dice, you have your numbers 1 through 6 on each side of the cube, and each side adds up to 7. And how the game works is that it splays a cube out as a flat plane of 6 squares, and you have to input the numbers correctly so that each opposite side of that cube, were it a 3D object, equals 7 on each side.
Yes.
Now, that's easy when it's one die laid out,
Right.
but then when you start getting several dice all laid out together and all intertwining and connecting each other, it starts to get really complicated.
Yes.
And it's pretty cerebral. I was surprised how much I had to think about this one.
Yes.
And it's very Sudoku-esque.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And it's puzzling.
But it's, I mean, the thing that I think is fascinating about this, and we were just talking about this, is that you have to visualize in 3D.
Yeah,
you have to take a 2D platform, a 2D plane, and then fold it like a
that
dice.
is the main challenge of this game, is imagining a flat thing of 6 squares, what it would look like in 3D.
And when it's running up against other things that are also folding into each other and sort of like, and then they have, and things will have, they'll run it, like there'll be a in between like few squares that are both blue and green or whatever that delineate the 2 different die, and you have to use them for both, and so it gets more and more visually complex.
Now, I find a game like this remarkably impressive just because I think original puzzle game design is really difficult to do. It's easy to think up like a cool scenario to shoot guys in.
Yeah.
But it's a lot harder to take a bunch of squares and make them interesting.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily want to give this a super high recommendation because it's definitely not for everybody, as evidenced by our conversation.
Yes,
here.
but as a fan, well, we have the both sides of just, it's and this will happen in gaming, you're not always going to be into everything, but I can definitely appreciate what it's bringing to the table.
And even I wouldn't necessarily go and play this by myself.
Yeah.
But I think for what it is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
And the full game of this is only $1. I hope it shows up on everything under the sun, because it's something you could run on everything.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, if you can get this on any app market or whatever.
You could play this on a calculator.
Yeah, I mean, it's super
really
simple.
Would be a pretty good place to play this.
Yeah, it's a good definite Texas Instrument investment there, the Dynetzzle fortune. But you can play this on your phone. A lot of people would enjoy this, because it's it's clean, it's simple design, it's literally just squares and numbers.
Like I said, a lot of people like Sudoku puzzles.
Yeah.
This is a very Sudoku-esque game. So for me, I'm actually going to go so far as to say this is a 5 super high recommendation from me, because if you are the kind of person who would like this, you'll probably really like it.
Definitely. Yeah, and I agree, if this is your thing, I think it's like, it's that proof of, simplicity as bliss, it's like a simple thing that is way more complex than it looks at first, and becomes infinitely more interesting as you go along, and I didn't have a mind for it, but I still appreciated it, so, Dynetzzle, guys.